Hey there folks, Neil here, and welcome to episode 53 of IWALVG Finds. I hope you all had a merry holiday season. I know I did, and that's due in no small part to the incredible deals that I picked up in the weeks leading up to Christmas, all of which I'm going to show you in this episode. And we're going to kick things off with a pickup that I obtained through a local buy, sell, and trade group on Facebook. Let's check it out. The guy I'm meeting up with says he's selling his old Game Boy and a bunch of random games so he can use the cash to buy a newer game for his daughter. Not only are there a decent amount of games, but the Game Boy is a pocket model in deep green. And it works! And how much do you want for this?
30.
30 bucks? That's an absolute steal. Hot damn, a Game Boy Pocket, 7 games, and a pack of batteries for $30? Not passing this up. Balloon Kid, Double Dragon, Castlevania, Game & Watch, Mario Land, whew! Along with the Game Boy itself, this averages around less than $4 a cart. What a way to kick off the week.
What's up, Neil? You finding me stuff?
Huh?
You finding me stuff?
No.
It says I can't walk around.
Well, this is a surprise. I show up bright and early at the flea market, and my buddy Brandon is running a table. He's the guy who sold me Garfield Caught in the Act in the previous Finds episode. He's got a hodgepodge of nifty stuff here. Read-along records, this cool old Marvel puzzle, a Game Gear, and a ton of toys. Toys are his specialty when it comes to his shop. What he has out here are items that aren't worth that much or are loose or just dirty, like Mario here. Yeah, he definitely needs a little TLC. I ended up grabbing him and a few other figurines. Wow, now this is definitely something you never see. The Transformers Train in Battle set is very rare and sells for good money, hundreds if it's sealed. However, this one has a box that's seen better days and it's missing quite a few parts. At $40, it's not really worth getting. I'd end up spending more than double that amount just getting the missing pieces. Value Tale books. The memories come flooding back. I had about 30 of these as a kid. Value Tales were simplistic, illustrated biographies of important historical figures that taught kids about the values of positive characteristics. The Louis Pasteur one was always my favorite. Hey, some 360 games. So these are all $5 a piece?
Yes.
Awesome. Black Ops 1 and 2 for $5? Can't beat that. A gray Nintendo Zapper. I already have 2, so I'm set. Some Xbox and 360 games. Not even worth grabbing for trades. They must all be on vacation from Hogwarts. Factory sealed Game Boy Advance games. They're all just licensed junk, but I don't know, maybe they're worth getting to flip or trade? Well, I wouldn't know because the entire time I was at this table, the seller was busy on his phone. I wanted to ask about his Dreamcast controllers, and he brushed me off. Pfft, whatever, dude. Enjoy your Totally Spies and Phil of the Future carts. I'm sure they'll make you a lot of money. Buried way at the back of this table, I spot what appears to be some CIB Nintendo DS games, as well as a Mario Kart Wii wheel. The box is in immaculate condition, but there's no game. I was able to grab it for $5. Hey, it's in way better shape than any I found in GameStop's dumpsters. Also grabbed some DS games too. All in all, I think I made out fairly well. $21 total for some new additions to my game, toy, and record collections. One day this week, I had work that was much further upstate, and on my way home, I spotted this thrift store. What the hell, why not? I headed straight back to the media section, and it looked like the only game there was Madden for the GameCube. But then, out of the corner of my eye, mixed in with the music CDs, Final Fantasy VII, Black Label, and for only $1. Like I always tell you guys, it pays to stop and check these random shops. Some cheapy games for the Wii. Pass. The toy lady's got a loose Shadow figure. He's missing his twin 45s and cape, but for $1.50, I can't pass him up. He'd know. Star Fox Adventures for only $5? I'd have grabbed it, but the artwork was severely waterlogged and was stuck to the inside of the cover sleeve. I don't care what anybody says, I love the Resident Evil movies. They're big, dumb popcorn flicks. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm also a fan of this corny nonsense. Birds of Prey, a failed DC TV show. This is the complete series, sealed in a slipcover for $2. I've spent far more on worse stuff. Speaking of DC Comics, check out this sweet hardcover book chronicling the publication's history. The seller wanted $30 for it though. Well. But now what is this on the other side of his table? Wow, a huge original Game Boy case. It's in decent shape too, and it's got a Game Boy inside, as well as some games and manuals. He's selling the whole shebang for just $10. No haggling necessary, good sir. I'll just pay and be off with my glorious newfound bounty. Aw, look at all this Snoopy stuff. Peanuts is such a timeless classic. I should give this to Herbie to put on his bathroom door. Can't get enough of that wonderful duff. All that's left out here now are crappy sports games, so I guess that's the cue to go home. But I still scored a sweet Game Boy case along with a bunch of games, plus a nice mix of other goodies, all for under $20. I walked straight to the GameCube section at 2nd and Charles and came across something you do not see every day. A huge selection of demo discs that were sent out to retailers when the GameCube was still in stores. Depending on which demos are available on each of these, some of them range in value from $15 to $100 or even higher. For a GameCube completionist, these are absolutely essential. Robot Alchemic Drive, also stylized as RAD for PS2. This is becoming more and more uncommon, and $31 is actually a pretty fair price. CIB, this game goes for around $60 or more. Looks like someone came to 2NC recently to unload their 6th generation rares and uncommons. Neither of those grades of rarity apply to Terminator Rise of the Machines though. It's an okay game and one I'm missing, and at just $2 measly bucks, why not? You'd have to pay me to play this trash. I'm shocked the price isn't $6.66. Look at this stupid cat and his stupid f***ing grin. Now this is more like it. Shenmue 2, minty clean and 100% CIB, all for a little over $10? Sold. Grabbed this, Terminator and Spyborgs, a Capcom game I'd never heard of, for a whopping, yep, you guessed it, $0. I love my trading credit. This is a day that I've been waiting for quite a while now. It's a new inventory day at my favorite pawn shop, and I got tipped off that a lot of games would be coming out. I actually arrived right as they opened, and prices were still being put on the items. That's how early I was. Right away, I spot gold, another bag of Super Nintendo games. I seem to come across SNES games pretty often in this shop. There's also some NES and N64 games in here, but the SNES is the real star of this bag, with titles such as Secret of Mana, Gods, Prince of Persia, and King of Dragons, a game I've been hunting for years. While these babies were being priced, I scoured the shelves and grabbed a bunch of disc-based games, brought them all up to the counter, and waited for the final total. Fingers crossed. So you're saying $94 for the whole bag?
$94 for the bag.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. Without a doubt. There's no way I'm passing that up. $94! This is easily the most I've ever spent in one shot at a pawn shop, but just look at this bag. Really, just look! Battletoads, Prince of Persia, Pokemon Stadium, Doom 64, GoldenEye Reloaded, a freaking factory-sealed Mario Party Island Tour. This is nuts! There's an amazing variety here, and the total value of everything completely eclipses the $94 I paid. Would I have been even happier to have only spent $20 or $30 or hell, even $50 on all of this? Well, of course I would, but even at almost $100, this is still well worth every cent, as well as undoubtedly one of the best pickups I have ever had. Okay, that entire haul was incredible, but that King of Dragons was the icing on my Christmas cake. You can't believe how long I've been looking for that gem. And you know what? You can find cool stuff like this too. But I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Neil, it's winter. You can't go game hunting in the winter. But I gotta disagree with you there, because no matter how cold it is, you can still go into a pawn shop, you can still go inside of a Goodwill or a thrift store. Hell, some flea markets and swap meets are indoors. There is always a place to look for games, no matter what time of year it is. So remember what I always tell you guys, make sure you have some extra cash on you and go check these places out, because you never know what you'll find, and you won't know unless you look. Until next time, my name is Neil, and I'll see you guys again real soon.